the company we selected, said you create a strong brand with tools that are useful, and training was a big component, and making sure that what was presented to people and what we were encouraging them to use helped them, was in their best interest, and make sure, and this is something we did, make sure that people understood it was voluntary and that it was flexible, that the brand could be manipulated to meet their needs. So there were certain, things we adhered to: color, typeface, certain wording. But within that, there was a lot of flexibility. And as the brand development and implementation progressed, if an agency said to us, I can't use Safer and Healthier Washington, that won't fly in my community, then I need something that has my county name on it, then we got it to them. So we built into the budget that flexibility to be able to meet individual organizations' needs. When we took the brand out on the road and we offered communications training on how to use the brand, we emphasized use the brand to improve understanding in your community about the work you do. So we focused on the benefit to the user. And we emphasized right off the bat that it was meant to be a benefit to them, and it was not mandatory. They could use the pieces that suited their needs. And that really diffused a lot of tension that often results when, say, a state agency goes out to talk to a local agency and say, boy, do we have something for you. Usually, it's not it's not really for them, it's more for the benefit of the state organization. There's a lot of state-local tension. And in this case, by taking it out on the road, talking about it being voluntary and flexible, we diffused that state-local tension right off the bat. We used in our workshops members of the committee that were from local health organizations to help with the introduction and training. And we took people's ideas. So in the workshops, every audience was asked, how do you think this can be used in your organization? What recommendations do you have for other local health organizations like your own? They really became part of not just the implementation, but they became part of saying how it could best be implemented, and recommending further refinements to the total package. They became part of the R&D team, and they still are. And the uptake has been phenomenal on a voluntary basis. It was pretty funny. The very first workshop we did, we told the group, you are our shakedown crews. You are our pilots. So we really want your feedback on this first session. And in the end, we asked for feedback. And one of the first things we heard back from participants in a county that is not known for being fond of the State Department of Health said, this is really great stuff. This should be mandatory. You shouldn't spend all that time talking about how it's voluntary. You should be telling people, here's what you need to do, which of course was excellent validation, but probably poor advice. Because if we had done that, the hackles go up. But good validation that we were on the right track.